indigenous peoples and champions of our land. It is an honor to represent a sovereign people of Honduras at COP30 here in Belém do Pará, with the throbbing heart of the Amazon. I would like to thank President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, his team, and the Brazilian people for organizing this summit that delivers the voice of hope and life to the South. In Belém, Belém is talking about the lungs of the world, but it's also talking about the place where a continent-sized consciousness has emerged against violence and inequality. Here, so we signed the Inter-American Convention of Belém, which has enshrined the right of women to live a life free of violence and domination. From this very ground, I raise my voice as the first woman president from Honduras to state that the land also has rights to live free from abuse and violence. I was elected in 2009, after the 2009 coup, and after 12 years of piling and violence. During this time, the narco-dictatorship of Morajillos, the forests, the mines, and the coast, and the speculation capital that has split the country as a price of war. Various economic groups have concentrated power and have destroyed the pillars of democracy. So they emerged Honduras in a situation of lack of sovereignty. Our countries in the tropical region are the vital reserve of oxygen that supports the world. However, we are the most punished by climate inequality. In COP28, as the president of the coalition of tropical forest countries, I reported that just a few companies accounted for 71% of pollution emissions. But a region of the world with only 10% of the population produces more than half of the gases that destroy the climate. So this has become the most significant environmental liability, drying the rivers that puts millions of people in a situation of hunger and displacement. Climate change is not prognostic. It's an open injury, bleeding. In Dubai, I proposed 7 urgent actions to protect nature and to ensure that human life is recognized and nature is recognized as a universal supreme good. So today I would like to tell you that we would like to stop the wars that are ravaging the world and ensure peace with the right to international law. Condemning terrorism in all its forms, including state-led terrorism, genocide against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip cannot go unpunished. Eradicating the profiteering of predators who destroy forests, rivers, and ancient lands in tropical countries and indigenous peoples. Develop an initiative so that the countries, so that borrower countries and the international credit institutions approve the external sale to implement a plan for environmental development and mitigate the harmful effects of climate change. Comply with the agreements of the World Ocean Agreement by sanctioning overexploitation and marine pollution, reducing irrational consumption of natural resources by industrialized countries, which endangers the balance of life in our planet, include environmental assets under the jurisdiction of the international level by punishing companies and governments that destroy nature. If we curb the atrocities of capitalism in tropical countries and forests, we will be protecting humankind. Honduras is an active member and the current presidency of the coalition of tropical forest countries accounts for has more than 30% of its national territory that has sacred lands that is to be ignored by colonialism. In our government, we have started to recover the environment of a harmed nation. We have created 3 environmental task forces for in order to achieve the zero deforestation target by 2030. And we have also reduced the deforestation in protected areas. The agroforest program has produced 30 million plants and has reforested 10,000 hectares and has benefited thousands of rural families. We have created the National Protected Area Fund to ensure the provision of permanent funds for 104 water micro accounts. And with our national farming schools, we train the youth in a number of topics, including the love of the land. In addition to this, Honduras will establish its first international agreement in order to engage climate sovereign financing based on high integrity carbon credit. And by doing so, we'll be ensuring environmental justice and sustainable development. We have not granted one single new concession on our natural endowments because the environmental regulation is also an act of sovereignty. Honduras supports the initiative of President Luis Inácio Lula da Silva, the Tropical Forest Forever Fund, because this requires recognizing the economic value of the people who dwell in those areas. But while we move ahead in re-establishing our environmental foundations, we face a new threat. The same groups that broke the institutional principles in 2009 and who defrauded the elections in 2013, 2017 are now conspiring against democracy. 26 audios have emerged that reflect the criminal intent against the National Election Council. At this summit, I declare that no political conspiracy, either digital or otherwise, can remove the right of peoples to vote. On the 30th of November, we'll have free, clean, and transparent elections. Honduras will once again show that right here we'll have a free, sovereign, and independent elections. Peoples of the world, re-establishing a nation also means re-establishing our relationship with nature. Environmental justice is the foundation of social justice, and the defense of forests also means the defense of democracy. As a woman, as a mother, and as a president, I know that looking after land is looking after life. So based on this, aware that women should live free from violence, I'd also urge you to free the planet from abuse and selfishness. I hope that COP30 will go down in history as the summit of the South that started demanding respect, so that it can also generate hope. So we should be human. So thank you very much.
Listening to the words of the President of Honduras, Xiomara Castro, this addressing the COP30 summit. We have been listening from different leaders, and in particular the leaders of Latin America, this region that is hosting the COP30 summit by Brazilian President Luis Ignacio Lula da Silva, are calling for a more fair and fairly distributed climate action, because this is the region that is having the tougher consequences in what is being produced by the main industries of the north. We were listening from Xiomara Castro in this moment, but we will continue to listen to different leaders as this summit unfolds this Thursday and on Friday as well. But for now, we have come to the end of this news brief. You can find these and many other stories on our website at telesurenglish.net. Also join us on social media. We are on Facebook, X, Instagram, Telegram, and TikTok as well. For TeleSUR English, my name is Belén de los Santos. Thank you for watching.